welcome back to another close-up of my face. No, I'm just playing. Another movie review. I was gonna do a let's play, but I just watched this awesome movie and I want to talk about it. I just got finished watching the Army of the Dead Netflix original by Zack Snyder. This is going to be heavily spoiled. I'm talking about the whole movie, so if you haven't watched it, go get you some Netflix. I know you're borrowing it for somebody. Watch it. It's gonna be on my. I have a whole. Just did this thing for October, where I do horror themed stuff through the whole entire month, every day. So I'm gonna watch the horror movie. I got franchises. I got horror countdowns every day. Every day it's gonna be a horror video. So hopefully I'll like come up with like a cool background or something. Something spooky. So yeah. So look forward to that. This will definitely be on my zombies list. This is cool. I don't know if this is the... I'm going to do a zombie countdown, but I'm also going to do a Night of the Living Dead, the Romero, because there is Night of the Living Dead and then Army of the Dead. They like culminate together, and then I have to look it up because some branch off from it. However, so Zack Snyder, he does this, the Snyder cut of the Justice League, which is better than Justice League. Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, I like Man of Steel. So, Sucker Punch, Watchmen, really good, 300, really good. Dawn of the Dead, that was good. Yeah, so let's go in the synopsis of the movie. No, I'm not reading the synopsis of the movie. I was just going over Snyder's movies. If I can get back to it, thank you. The cast had some familiar faces, and some not. To me, not really a indie film watcher. Dave Bautista being the biggest star in the movie. Of course, being a WWE fan, I know exactly who Dave Bautista is. One of the reasons why I watched this movie in the first place. So, the beginning movie, there is a couple, just got married, cliche, for life, not movies. Get eloped in Vegas. They're fooling around in the car. They're not paying attention to a convoy. And they hit the center car, which contains I'm going to have to say it like the OG zombie. It has a military guy in there. I guess they're doing experiments. They really didn't elaborate from it. It came from Area 51, but they didn't, again, that was another thing that they didn't like come out and say. It's hinted at. So he breaks out, kills the whole convoy, and then goes into Vegas, and the virus spreads. The United States closes off Vegas. We get this really rich guy who hires this crew of people to go get this money. Later on in the film, we find out there's other shenanigans, but if you're a horror movie fan, or even a heist movie fan, you know there's some... Especially heist movies, you know, there's some double crossing stuff going in there. Especially with the horror movies that kind of combine the I guess you call it the Resident Evil plot twist. I go with, yeah, Resident Evil plot. Yeah, let's go with that one. So during this, he's getting all these Dave Bautista's characters getting all these his crew together. He needs a pilot. He needs a safe opener. He needs some muscle. One of the guys, played by Omar, he takes in, kind of becomes this older brother father figure to the guy who does the safe, because he's just a kid. And their relationship through the movie, it's got to be one of the best elements. It's really good bromance, like way better love story than Twilight. But their bond it's funny. It made me laugh at times, like the way they you know, or he's hesitant for him to come on because he's just a kid. He's never shot a zombie. And then he teaches him how to shoot, and they just they grow a bond, and then at the end of the movie, safe guy saves him, sacrifices himself for him. We'll talk about that later in the movie because that's like would be a post-credit scene. I don't think it was. It was just it would be in any other movie. The ending, that part of the ending would be a post-credit scene. Like that was one thing that was weird about this film. I mean, I don't blame the film. I don't blame the film at all. It is just that I've watched so many movies nowadays with post-credit scenes. I'm used to the movie ending and then something else happening, not what I thought was the end of the movie and it not being the end of the movie. So they get this group in. Before they go out, they get a coyote. What a coyote is somebody can sneak you in and out of usually Mexico. But they're like a ghost. They can get you in and out of stuff. So they hired this woman to get him on, which to me, I'm just going to say this, the hottest of the female characters in this. Her name is Lily, the coyote. So she's already been into Vegas. She's been in the quarantine zone. So she gets the awful fucking cop. He wears a uniform. So some kind of security. His character's name is Bart. Theo. His real name is Theo. I've seen him in something. Hold on, I gotta check. I've seen him in other things. Like this isn't. And I think I know it. Nope. Ghost of War. I've never seen that one. Nope. Luke Cage. He was in Luke Cage. Shades. Alvarez. He played Shades in. Yeah, now I know exactly who he is. Yep, he played Shades. He was the villain Shades. Anyways, he plays a really big creepo. But the whole point is, they get in and they need a sacrifice. So she shoots him in the kneecap. Apparently, the super zombies are smart and intelligent. They're run by two. Really run by one guy, the original. And his queen, she even got like this crown type thing on her head. It's freaking cool. So she says if we give them a sacrifice, they'll let us in and poke around a little bit without just without disturbing us. This works until halfway through the movie, maybe a little more than about halfway through the movie. So they sent a guy in with them to keep tabs on them. That's what they think. Turns out he really wanted so he tells her he wants the blood of the head female. They end up capturing the female, and he chops her damn head off. And apparently the whole point was they weren't in it for the money. He wasn't there to get the money. He was there for the head because that sells more than money, because you can weaponize zombies. Again, Resident Evil plot, government trying to weaponize zombies. So they get the safe open, and during the moving of money, Dave Bautista's daughter has come with them. They've been out of sorts for years. He ended up having to kill her mother. She turned zombie. So he thought their relationship was torn by that. She confesses in him that the relationship was torn because he was just never around. He kind of like disappeared. But you can imagine having to kill your wife in front of your daughter. Like, that's some heavy shit. So she ends up taking off because before then, a group of females had gone in there and they were still alive. The coyote didn't see them die or anything. So she ends up taking off to the other hotel to find those females. And then during all this, she swaps the head for a money cashing machine because they're about to weigh the same. I'm gonna have to check now. I don't know if a human head weighs about as much as a, I don't know. So, the main zombie, the head honcho, finds his bride. She was pregnant, by the way. It was he finds her decapitated. He brings her body back in front of all the other zombies. He rips into her. It can't be stomach. It's got to be her uterus. Reaches right into her uterus and pulls out the fetus. It lets out a big cry. And then he rallies up the zombie army. He's got a zombie horse and a zombie tiger, man. This dude is off the chain. He puts on the half mask. To me, at first, looked like a used Captain America mask. I don't know why. It just, when he pulled it down over his face, it covers half his face because you can see the rest of the mask is gone. I can talk. Turns out it's really smart because it's a metal mask and it keeps from his crane because, of course, you know zombies must be shot in the head, must have brain trauma. Thank you, Night of the Living Dead, for that. They are the ones that started the smashing of the brain in order to kill the zombie. They started the whole zombie genre. It'd be, you know, just they started. Zombies before then were just mindless drones being controlled by somebody. Then zombies turned into flesh-eating, undead creatures because Night of the Living Dead. So, hats off. So then we get this big, giant thing with all these zombies and characters are dying right and left. And they get to the roof. So it's the Coyote, Batista, his daughter, and the pilot all on the roof. The big guy comes, and the Coyote sacrifices herself by holding the head hostage. The helicopter takes off. He throws a spear. It's just a metal pipe. So just a piece of metal bar. Throws it right through her. She drops the head off the side of the building and just splats. So, of course, that pisses him off. But he kills her off screen. Like, the deaths are awesome in this movie. They're graphic. That one is off screen. So, I'm going to call it right now. I watched the kill count. I love the kill count. I love James very much. We share the same name. Spirit Base. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be Dull Machete. That's going to get Dull Machete. I can feel it. I can feel that's going to get, maybe. Now, it's off screen. It usually gives off screen deaths. So, oh no, it's not his daughter. That's right. She's in the other hotel trying to rescue her friends. So, now it's just Pilot Batista. They get over to the hotel. He's going down. He runs into his daughter, but at that time, the super... I say super, he's also wearing a damn cape-like thing. So, like, he's a superhero. Ooh, I moved the camera. I get so excited. Moving the camera. He's really a superhero. Captain America. Are they poking? It is Zack Snyder. I wonder if they're, it's gotta be a nod to zombie Captain America. It's gotta be. Only if he was throwing a shield. That would have been. But, so, yeah, they end up getting back together. She ends up killing the rapist police officer, douche nozzle, because they were taking people and turning them into super zombies. Not the regular, but like smarter, faster zombies. She gets to, Batista shoots him, saves her from being attacked. And then, or no, she shoots him. Not her, the other. Couldn't get at. I guess slow down. She was being attacked. The other female that she was rescuing shoots him dead. Gotcha. Rescuing. Okay, so they make it back to the helicopter. She's not there. And by this time, one of the other females they were trying to save got killed. So it is. They make it to the roof, the helicopter's not there, and then it shows up because she had a change of heart. All this going on while the government is going to nuke. It's going to nuke Las Vegas. Of course, this being a Vegas movie, there's a lot of Elvis music. which is cool. I'm a big Elvis fan. Of course, you can't separate Vegas from Elvis. Like when you think of Vegas and Graceland, and I know there's two different things. I'm trying to say they're the same. You think of Elvis. Like when you think of Vegas, that was like Elvis's second home. Oh, excuse you. So the helicopter takes off. The cab zombie gets on. They have a big scuffle on board. The nuke comes off. Batista gets bit. They finally kill the cab zombie. The plane crashes. The pilot dies, and it is her and her father. They have a touching moment. Then he turns into a zombie. She busts a cap in his head. Then you see rescue helicopter. That I thought was the end of the movie, but it's not. So the vault saved the guy from the nuke, and he ended up getting out somehow. You see him with a bunch of money, and I'm like, yeah, all right, happy ending, happy ending. He ends up walking the desert for a little while, finding a house that has a car in it. He ends up going to a private airport, buying a plane, renting a plane. And then on the plane, you can see that he's starting to get sick. And I thought maybe it was because of Scratch. Maybe the Scratch, because in some movies, Scratch and the zombie slowly turns you, but it turns you slowly. And he's in the bathroom, and he looks at his arm, and he's been bit. And as this is going on, the plane is getting ready to land in Mexico City. So here we go. Army of the Dead 2, Mexico City. Which is great. If it's done as well as this one was done, it is great. It is a good heist movie. It is a good zombie movie. It is just a good Zack Snyder movie. Definitely better than all of the Resident Evil movies, and definitely better than Dawn of Justice. With that being said, much love. JD out.